Today we're going to go over a simple recipe, chocolate raspberry tart. We have first we're going to start with the raspberry meringue. Alright, so over here I got some egg white, then I got my raspberry puree, glucose, egg white powder, and sifted powdered sugar. Okay, so I'm going to combine my puree and my glucose with the egg white. Then I'm going to add my egg white powder. And I'm going to warm it up to about 40 degrees on the water, on the burner. I warm it up to 40 degrees just so the glucose, to make sure the glucose is fully melted up. Okay, that's why I go up to 40 degrees. Then also, it will warm up my egg white and make sure they get a bit stiffer than when they are colder. Alright, so it's at 41 degrees. Then I'm going to wait this to cool. Then I'm going to whip this to a stiff stick, okay? In the meantime, I have a plate, normal plate, white plate, with a plastic film over, okay? So just to make sure when you set up the plastic doesn't touch the bottom of the plate. This will help when you bake this in the microwave. On the side, I'm going to do my croustillant Rice Krispies, okay? So I have Rice Krispies, toasted hazelnut, 18, and over here my milk chocolate. Make sure the milk chocolate is around 35 to 40 degrees, something like this, okay? Then I'm going to combine everything together. Then the croustillant, we're going to spread it into a ring mold. I use a ring mold like this, but you can use any ring mold. As long as this one is about 20 centimeters, so that's about the thickness, the size that I need. And then you spread it. Try to do as even as possible. And then when you spread it, before you remove the ring, try to make a circular motion like this, so that way it's easier, it doesn't stick to the edge. Once you get that, then we're going to put this in the fridge, okay? Thank you very much. Put it in the fridge there. Alright, so the meringue is ready. So this is what we're going to do. I don't know if you can see, but once you got your egg white, Then you're going to fold the sifted powdered sugar. gonna start with the whisk to break, and then after I finish with the spatula. The meringue, we're going to cook it in a microwave, okay? And it's going to be very quick. And before I cook it, I'm going to pipe it into a round tube. Now when you pipe, give a little bit of space between each meringue because they're going to expand a little bit in a microwave. Okay? Now microwave, we're going to go full blast or full power. And then we're going to wait for the meringue to slightly puff up, I'm going to say. And then when you bake it in a microwave, what you need to do is when you put a bit of pressure on it, you just to make sure that the figure comes out clean. And usually they puff up like this. You can see the difference now. It's slightly bigger. Okay. And to check if it's cooked or not, then you take your spatula and then you cut one open. Okay. It has to. So over here you can see it's a little bit firm inside. Alors it's not fully set yet, it's still warm. But you can see it's not runny anymore. So when it's not runny anymore, then we can take it out, and after that we're gonna put this in the fridge. The meringue has to cool down, okay? At the moment it's a little bit warm, so it's difficult to handle. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Alors the meringue, we did it with raspberry puree, but you can do it with any puree. Mango puree works fine, blueberry puree works good, banana, even the juices can work. If you do with juices, then make sure you add a little bit more egg white powder. Coconut. Alors, then we're gonna make the raspberry ganache. So I'm gonna make the chocolate over here. Then over here I have the cream, glucose, and honey. Then I'm going to slightly warm up. Okay, I'm not gonna boil it. So I put everything together. I'm gonna slightly warm it up to about so I'm gonna go around 35 degrees. Okay, 35 to 40 degrees. Same thing with the chocolate. And then
raspberry puree. Same thing if you want to use a different puree, it works too. Just the same quantity, it's fine.
Chef, did you cook the raspberry puree or just use it as it is?
Raspberry puree, just as it is. I don't cook the puree because when you cook it, you're going to affect the flavor of your puree. So I don't like the cooked puree.
Same person have a second question. They says, if I put my puree in the cream itself when
Yes.
you're cooking, is it fine or it will be a different result?
You will have a different result because the acidity of the puree will affect the texture of the cream. So it will curdle. Okay, so that's why I add it separately. Then I combine it with my butter, and I'm going to go mix this. Now the beurre mixing is going to affect the texture also. You can see over here it's not very well combined together. So by beurre mixing it, I'm going to combine it, making it a little bit smoother, and also the elasticity of the ganache will be nice for the piping we're going to do later on. With the plastic film that was somebody took it. Alright, so I'm going to cover it just and put it on the side, okay? No need to put in a fridge. Alright. Then we're going to make the last recipe, which is the milk chocolate chantilly. Alors, the milk chocolate chantilly, we're going to whip the cream. Okay, the cream needs to be whipped soft peak, but at the same time it has to be very cold. That way. Then I got my chocolate, milk chocolate.
Some people have a doubt, some chefs that they say when they make a bride,
Yes.
the best thing use fresh egg.
Yes.
Some say use one day mature egg
Yes.
or cold egg. So what exactly is the way to use
Alors, in my opinion, if you use old egg, then old egg white, you need to make sure that you're gonna cook those egg white or bake those egg white. Okay, for macaron, it's better to have old egg. Okay, if you use a egg white like we did today, then I use fresh egg because the cooking is very limited, and we're talking about sanitation here. So if it's old and you eat something old like this, yes, you're going to eat it, but the next day you might not be alive. So if it doesn't go in your oven, then do not use. Sorry, if it doesn't go in your oven, use fresh egg white. If it goes in your oven, you can use old egg white. Alors for this recipe, what I really pay attention to is the consistency of the cream. It has to be very soft, okay? Not over weak cream, okay? Just like that, like a yogurt consistency. Then my chocolate needs to be also warm, but not super hot. Just because we're going to fold it with the whipped cream, okay? Right now I'm at 40 degrees, which is fine. The bowl over here needs to be room temperature. Do not take a bowl like this that it's cold. Just because the chocolate will set faster in a bowl, in a cold bowl, okay? Once you get that, then it's simple. I'm going to add a little bit of cream in it, just to make some kind of, just to temper the chocolate, okay? At the moment, I just want to make sure, I just want to check the temperature of my mix right here. I'm at 26, okay? So I'm okay because I can feel the bowl slightly warm, so that's fine with me. Then I'm going to add the rest of the cream. And then I'm going to mix it. You can do exactly the same way with the dark chocolate and white chocolate. Okay, the ratio of chocolate might be different, but the technique can be the same. It works. Okay, so piping bag. On va faire le ganache, la vinaigrette d'Orlier. C'est like a tornado in this kitchen. Voilà. Then the raspberry we made earlier. Then the meringue. So when you manipulate the meringue, it's good to manipulate with. I don't like to use gloves because the gloves they're gonna affect the meringue. You're gonna have some fingerprints. So what I do is I use some water, hot, cold, whatever, and I put some water also on the spatula. Okay, and then. Voilà. Then after chocolate chantilly. and the ganache. And we're going to finish with some fresh raspberries. If you do have, if you don't have, that's okay. You can use any berries you want or any fruit, fresh fruit you want. Too much wind over here. Et voilà. The tart, raspberry, chocolate. You want me to slice it, Chef Niklas? You don't want to talk?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. We slice it or you want to get closer, no? You good?
Can go closer.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah,
We can? Oui, chef.
you want to pick?
Huh?
You pick?
No, I got it. Now it's a little bit soft, of course, because you just made it. So when you do it, it's good to keep it in the fridge for 15-20 minutes maximum. Okay. Do not keep it longer in the fridge, just because after the chocolate might be too hard. I mean, not too hard, but too cold to eat. I don't like chocolate coming out of the fridge when I eat it. The cut is not it's not the best. Okay. Wrap it up. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us today. We're looking forward to see you again tomorrow with some beautiful decoration and beautiful pastries and savory food made by our chefs. You can find the recipe on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and if you have any question, please feel free to email us. We'll be happy to help you if you have any question. Okay? Thank you and bon appétit.